Well, hello there again. We're going to start on a big project today. I know a lot of you asked about how to do this. When you don't have a flower bed or a little garden area, what do I do first? How do I start? I don't know the first thing about it. Going to help you do that today as we get started on making this flower bed out here among the spirea bushes that I rejuvenated last year and did a video about rejuvenating my spirea bed. And it's going to include those. But we're going to do some flower beds and border it right in front of the spirea and incorporate all that into one bed. So here we go. Hang on with me. Now, just to give you a look at what we're looking at, this is the spirea bushes on the left that we clipped back and pruned back last year. They've bounced back pretty good in the summertime. And so now they're looking pretty well. They're going to fill out good. They're about 2.5 feet tall right now. But the other thing we had big going on that we had to get rid of was those two stumps you see there on the right hand side. Those things were Bradford pear trees that was doing nothing but putting out thorns. And so we cut those to the ground level and put down stump killer on them. And we'll incorporate all that. We'll make when we get through with this, let me walk around right quick. This is on the side next to the house. And then we'll be walking out here. This will be kind of the view you see from the front highway as people go by, and that will give us the spirea bushes, and I'm going to put flowers in front of those for perennials that'll be blooming nice, and then I'm going to incorporate some perennials behind those, so that'll basically border those spirea bushes and make it all one nice setting and one big flower bed. And as you can see in the background, there is my garden area just on the other side of the fence. So that's what we're doing, and it'll be I think it's going to look really nice. Okay, when we get started, first thing I do, you see this green water hose, that will be my border. And what I've done is laid it out all the way around here in the front. I may have to adjust it a little bit as I go. Maybe pull this one out a little bit further away from the spirea. And then all the way around to this crepe myrtle that's standing back there in the back as an anchor bush. But that's how I start. I figure out how my border is going to be. And now we'll go to the next step, which will be edging that and digging an edger for that. When I start edging this thing out, I've got this edger tool. That's what it's called, I guess. It's just a flat little moon shape. And I go right along my hose. And I usually try to do it on the outside of it. And just punch down in it, just to the depth it's set. Rock it back and forth, and that cuts your grass, cuts your roots. And I just continue with this all over and over till I get to the end of all the way back where I started. And this is it takes a little bit of work, not something you need to be in a hurry with, but just to show you, once we get that done, let me trade tools with you. Then I come back with the flat shovel, like so, and get out about the width of the shovel from that, where we cut that deep part there, and you just cut down at an angle, just like so. And you throw all that dirt that you're digging out, throw it back into the pile over here. Alrighty. Now, one thing that makes this a beast for me is we've still got roots. It's a lot of trees and bushes, and I will be having to work around that. But you see, and I'll give you a closer look at it. There we go. Okay, don't know if you can tell from the camera, but the sun's going down. I've been at it for about an hour, half hour, maybe 45 minutes. But anyway, I've got half of it done. And you kind of see if you edge it with that sharp moon-shaped edger, it just makes a nice clear cut down, straight edge down one side. Slope in the shovel on the back side, scoop all the dirt out, throw it back in your bed, so you reincorporate that. And so, like I said, I'm halfway done. So tomorrow, I hope to get back out here, get on the back half, get the edging finished, and then we'll move on to the next phase. And it won't be long. Hopefully, we'll be looking at some beautiful flowers right here. I'll keep having you work along with me. Okay, almost well, it basically is the last hard work. The last step you need to do is add some topsoil, planting soil, something along that line to your bed. And I'm basically doing it where I'm going to plant my seeds. And the rest of this I'll cover with mulch when the plants come up, and I won't have to cover them all up. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're winding this thing down to come in here and get a good even spaced bed with a good layer. I originally was going to put these seeds in the ground right now, but we got a rain coming tonight and tomorrow, and I don't want it to just wash them all down in the yard, so I'll probably wait till after that. But as far as building your bed, it won't be doing that. So I think that's looking pretty decent, and we're gonna go with that for now. I appreciate you guys watching this thing with me today, and I really hope you learn how to do something that you might not have known how to do already. But as you're building a flower bed, no matter what kind, what shape, where it's at, there's basically 4 steps. One is planting it. Don't go out there and just start digging without knowing what you're doing. The other one is laying out your borders with that hose, or you can use the paint marker that some folks use and just spray it on the ground. And then the next one is, the third step would be to go ahead, once you got that laid out, and create your edging. Cut that sharp edge with that little groove going back into it like that, at an angle, like so, and dig that out all around. Once you get that up, then you can start smoothing out your dirt in your bed, removing any unwanted grasses that come up or that are there already. I didn't do that step here for a particular reason, and but we'll get into all that as we go along. And the fourth and final step is to just put your topsoil in it and add any amendments you're going to do. And I would hold off on doing the any kind of ground cover or mulching, that type of thing, until later on. And I say that because what I'm planning to do is throw out some seed, just scatter them, and see what comes up in the areas that I've got laid out. And then once they come up, then I can put my wood chips, pine bark, whatever kind of mulch I want to use, put that down around all of that. And so we'll go from there with that. I appreciate you watching, and I'll join you guys in the next one.